so many people do a spear.
I do a spear. I actually do a spear.
How good is your spear? Play the tape. Play the
Yeah,
tape. I'm torn about what to go with first because I love the elbow drop. I don't really want to go for another one off the turnbuckle. So I think I'm gonna go for the Gore by Rhyno. So I wasn't that up on wrestling. So if anyone remembers the TLC match at WrestleMania 17, that's where Rhyno made his debut. I think it was his debut anyway, wasn't it? And he came in to help Edge and Christian win the match. That was a great match. It was like a three-way tag match. It was the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys. And then everyone had their third come in and help. So we had Spike come in and help. We had Lito come in and help. And we had Rhyno come in and help. And Rhyno helped Edge and Christian. And even watching the match when I was only fresh, I was kind of like, he doesn't really fit with Edge and Christian, but fuck it, I'll go with it. But his gore is insane. And when he does that gore, and Paul Heyman is on commentary screaming gore, gore, putting his own guy over because, like, you know, obviously he was a big ECW guy. It's just, there's so many people that do a spear. Like Edge does a spear, Roman Reigns does a spear, Goldberg does a very good spear. But there's a reason why Rhino's move is called a gore, because it's bigger than, it's bigger, better, more convincing than a spear. I think it's the most convincing spear you'll ever see. Like, you do feel like the guy's turned inside out. You know, Bobby Lashley does an okay spear. This is the best spear. This deserves its own name. You even the description, you're gored by the Rhino's tusk. Yeah.
It's a hell of a name, isn't it?
It's a hell of a name. He's just this fucking freak of nature, like just this bulky guy with sort of like smaller limbs who's just coming at you and sends you halfway across the ring.
It's explosive, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
It's explosive. It's explosive coming from someone who's built like a vending machine.
Yeah.
It's like
I think it was the size that helped. Like him being so small made it so more impactful because whatever way he came, it's different. Like, because Goldberg's so huge when he runs with Gorgeous, but because Rhino's kind of smaller, it made it kind of more impactful in a weird way. I don't know if you guys remember, he actually gored Chris Jericho through the SmackDown stage on an episode of SmackDown before. Maybe in like 2001, 2002. That was really cool as well.
Cool. Yeah. And that was, it felt like he was the guy who was originating all that stuff of like goring people through things. And that was probably of the time. Everyone was going through things. But now it feels like we often see someone speared through, you know, the barricade at the side of the ring and that kind of stuff. Like, but it's a fantastic move. Chris, what do you think of it?
I really like it. Yeah, you're always sneaky with your picks. I would never have guessed that you'd go with Gore. I gotta say, it's the spear for me from Goldberg. I'm a big fan of when I first see things, like the first time you see something. So his was just devastating, probably because it's real.
His was legit.
It's not exactly like a worked maneuver. Like, I think he's just legitimately taking his football training and smashing people with it. So I do have a favoritism for that. But like the gore itself, like, it's something else, you know. It also reminds me of this TNA talent as well, named Monty Brown. He did this thing called the Pounce, where like he just kind of like not really like spear you, but he just kind of shoulder bop you. But like he was so ridiculous, like the person would just go flying. And
he would always do it from the side as well, which kind of made it more impactful because the spear was head on.
Yeah,
but the pounce was always like, they're running this way, the pounce comes this way. I think he actually pounced the guy out of the ring on an episode of TNA or something like that. It was so big. I really like the gore as well. I'm kind of with you, Chris, a little bit, where I kind of prefer the spear, and the only reason why is that I think that, you know, Goldberg spear and like Roman Reigns spear and stuff like that, they have so much more impactful moments. Like, obviously Roman spear has like main event so many WrestleManias, but it's not by far the worst spear you probably see out of all these guys. I think Goldberg's, especially some of the ones, I don't know if you've ever seen the one he did to Christian in 2003, probably the greatest spear I've ever seen. But I like the pitch on the gore. Can I ask then, are we just going to cancel out then spears in general? Do we put it all in one category? Are you married to to Gore versus Spear? Is someone else going to bring up a Spear later on, or where do we land on this?
So many people do a spear.
I do a Spear. I actually do a Spear.
How good is your spear? Play the tape. Play the tape. Let the audience find out. Play the tape.
I'm going to send you the best Spear I've ever done.
Send me the best spear. We'll splicey spice. Look, it is a variant on the spear, but there's just something different about the Gore in that two things. One, his size. Maybe it's how people sell it. It just feels when he hits it, the sell is bigger. He can do it from any distance as well. So I kind of feel with Goldberg, it's like a big thing. It's, you know, he's standing on the far side of the ring and he's going to run and hit you. And it's an American football tackle. But Gore just feels like it's that move that can come out of nowhere and be devastating. And he can get up and do it again and again and again. And part of finishes that I like is that they can come out of nowhere. And he feels like he's the only one who's able to do that with the spear. Like Edge's one is like, usually they're running the ropes. They'll run the ropes once or twice, and then he'll go into his crouch hug, and that's the move.
It's awful, isn't it?
It's not good. Bar the spear in WrestleMania 17, he did off the ladder into Jeff Hardy, and they both went down.
It was still a hug, though.
I would say, look, Goldberg's spear is brilliant, but I would say
it's not a finish, though.
It's not his finish. True, it's his setup. But I don't think anyone has a better spear than Rhyno for a finish.
Okay,
but open to correction if anyone can pick out a particular one. But as a finish, that's a good point, Chris. It's not Goldberg's finish.
No, it's not.
It's not his
Even
finish.
though I know that Jackhammer's pretty great too, to be honest.
Jackhammer's great. Jackhammer's great.
I think as well, like, I think Roman's the only one that I can think of, but I think the Gore is better than Roman Reigns' spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
You might just get that snuck into the top 4.
If I get that, I'm happy. If I get that, I'm happy.